They are American. You kept talking about you do jiu-jitsu, MMA, and all that other bullshit. And you keep talking, you tell everybody you know some shit. Now, here's the funny thing about it. See, I could easily got you to go against Joe and them, like Mad Shatter. You want to wrestle, you want to fight these guys. Well, here's the funny thing. You was talking that you knew some shit about that martial arts. Right there is Joe Hurst. He's from Concord and Kannapolis. His daddy used to be a big-time lawyer. And when I say big-time lawyer, I'm talking about his daddy did like 5 counties. He actually had a law firm. And he ended up going to school, and then he did something wrong by law, so that's what he did. Now, you see Joe Hurst. Right there is Joe Hurst from Concord and Kannapolis. And me and him partied together. That's what me and him did. And he goes for about 2.5 years, well, actually about 4 years straight, to the Gracies. You see that man right there started the UFC, you dummy. You see what I'm saying? That's one of my students. You see what he's got, don't you? Pretty damn good boy. But between that man and me, and you think I don't know this guy, well, take a good look at this picture, and then you look at him. You can put him side by side. Now you see, I want you to look at his face. Look at them faces. That is Joe Hurst. That is me with Joe Hurst. And he's a 2-time world champion. He brought this to here. Now, you want to know how I do anything? Well, you look at this man right here. You see this man right here. So if you want to mess with me, don't forget, I got my paperwork saying I'm qualified. You see what I'm saying? I got my paperwork. You see what I'm saying, big guy? And he's still working with cops. He became a sheriff after he started that right there. World Cup, Jiu-Jitsu World Cup 2000. He also brought Naga and the Monster Cup to North Carolina. And what got him liking me so much is that we grew up together. The only thing he didn't know is, hey, I studied my martial arts. And I got my belts, one black belt from him. You know who that is? Oh my God, look at it. It says Chuck Norris. Oh my God. That was in the old days. Old days. And you always kept telling them how good you was, this and that. And I showed them exactly what you are. You're nothing. You said you studying Taekwondo. Well, right there's my certificate for Taekwondo. You see it says 7th degree black belt. So you see, I should know what I'm talking about because I'm actually an 8th degree now. So you think about it. That's Joe Hurst, and you saying MMA. If I want an MMA fight, I can pay you and any of these guys that wants to kick your ass and even fly them over here. So you need to think about it. When you start talking about you can do some MMA, you need to be thinking about this guy right here. He used to beat people up just for being fun. And when you start talking about Blackwaters, well, I hate to tell you, he's one of the biggest guys that train Blackwaters in certain areas. AK, he did jiu-jitsu. He was the one doing black belt with the jiu-jitsu over there at Blackwaters. Oops, you didn't know about that? You should have thought about that when you talk about how good you are and telling everybody that you're at Blackwaters. There, you need to think about that. Because I am Blackwater, boy. You see, and mine says the date and time on it too, see? It says where it come from. You see where it says where it's coming from. So, All American Prepper, stop you lying to the people before somebody decides to beat the shit out of you. Do you understand me, boy? I don't want to hear that you got your ass whooped by Blackwater member because you're thinking that you're Billy Badass and he's trying to show up at your bar and stomp your ass. And next time you talk about doing jiu-jitsu, think about this guy right here. And when you need to think about that. You also need to think about this man right here showing up. Because he can easily start them fights for you and he can pay your way through that stuff. You need to think about that shit before you start talking. What was the old saying that Chuck and me used to say? Chuck Norris and I said it plenty of times. You don't have nothing good to say about somebody, then the best thing is not to say nothing. You understand me? The best thing to do is never say you're something you're not. And if you don't like somebody, don't say nothing. You understand? Talk to you later.